I hope you're okay. So today is my turn to read you a story, and I thought that because in year four our theme this half term is inspirational people, and we've been looking at a lot of individuals such as Martin Luther King, I would also read yourself a book from the series of books that we've been looking at. So the series of books that we've been looking at is called Little People, Big Dreams. So today I'm going to read you a story on David Attenborough. So you've probably all heard of David Attenborough before, and I will read you a story about David Attenborough's life. Little David grew up in Leicester, England, with his parents and two brothers. His father was the head of the local university, and they lived on campus, a great place for curious minds. David loved nature and animals, ants, birds, chameleons. He was fascinated by all the species he read about in books and wished he could meet them in real life. He often went for long cycling trips to find and collect fossils. There was something amazing about plants and animals that were thousands of years old. So there's little David Attenborough having a look at fossils. One day, David received a parcel from a friend with a new piece for his collection, a dried seahorse. It wasn't his birthday, but it was the day he decided to become a naturalist. David studied geology and zoology and obtained a degree in natural science, but he didn't want to just observe animals, he wanted to meet them too. David started to work as a broadcaster in television, a new technology at the time. He brought animals from the zoo to the studio. They were very entertaining guests. But David wanted to film the animals in their natural habitats, their homes. He started to go on trips all over the world. Wherever he went, he made new friends. He met turtles on the Galapagos Islands and gorillas in the African jungle. When he visited Antarctica, he was introduced to all the members of a penguin family. So have a look at all of those penguins. One of his programs, Wildlife on One, became the most popular in British history. It was a brilliant show about biology that united audiences of all generations. Later, David was honoured for his incredible documentaries about life on our planet. He also received a knighthood and is today called Sir David. There he is being knighted by the Queen. Can you see all the different animals in the background? Many animals and plants were named after him: a rare butterfly, a snail, a prehistoric lion, a spider, even a carnivorous plant. Have a look at all those different rare animals and plants. Still today, David cares about the natural world. Wherever he goes, he encourages people to do their best to look after it and believes that humans have the power to preserve it. And little David still looks at the world as if it's huge and unexplored, because there are always new things to discover if you take the time to look for them. Then we have a bit of a timeline about his life. So I'll read you the timeline. So David Attenborough was born in 1926. David Attenborough was born into an educational family in Leicester, England. His mother was a linguist and his father a professor. As a child, fossil hunting and collecting nature specimens became David's passion. This appetite for learning stayed with him, and as a young man, David won a scholarship to study zoology and geology at Cambridge University. His studies were paused when he was called up for national service in the Royal Navy in 1947, but he later returned to study another degree in anthropology. Combining a love for the natural world with an understanding of human behaviour, David became known for his unique approach to broadcasting on the BBC. Speaking in a hushed tone full of excitement, David filmed his first programme in 1957, Zoo Quest. He wanted to find ways to connect audiences to the natural world, and the opportunity to do so came about when colour television was introduced to the BBC in 1967. His groundbreaking series Life on Earth transported audiences from their living rooms to the wild in a totally new way. This was the first of many pioneering shows, including Wildlife on One, The Private Life of Plants, and Blue Planet, all of which changed human understanding about our place in nature. David believed that no one will protect what they don't care about, and no one will care about what they have never experienced. In his 90s, David continues to make audiences all over the world care. So that is all about David Attenborough. Now, if you YouTube David Attenborough, I'm sure you'll be able to see many of his fantastic documentaries that have been on the BBC. So this collection of books, Little People, Big Dreams, there's stories about lots of different famous and inspirational people. So like I said, we've had a look at Martin Luther King so far in year 4, but there's lots and lots of different famous people. Have a look at all of them. That's just one page, and then you have another page of lots of famous people as well. I have got some of them in year 4, a few different books if you want to have a read. There's a few on Gandhi, there's one on Bruce Lee, there's one on Dolly Parton, Mother Teresa, Anne Frank, Mary Curie. There's lots and lots. Muhammad Ali, Stephen Hawking. So this is a fantastic series of books called Little People, Big Dreams. Well, I hope you've enjoyed listening to the story of David Attenborough. So this is a non-fiction piece of text all about his life. And I'm sure if I get the chance, I'll read you another book from this series. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.